How's it going, boys and girls? Today is Monday, October 21st, which is a big deal in Canada because it's election day. And so polling stations opened at 9:30 in the morning. I went in. Took him a while to find me, but I said, hey, I have all kinds of documents. I'm a citizen of Canada. And they said, have you ever voted? And I started thinking, I never ever voted in federal elections. Because I'm kind of like a funny, we have same as not bigger size, like a landmass wise, right, compared to US. But we have no people. We have 30 million people. And so, like, I didn't see I could make a difference. But then I got really upset when this guy, Trudeau, the Liberals, which are kind of like Democrats, but then we have Democratic Party as well. He started raising prices on fuel. Like, I think it was January 1st last year, all of a sudden, price per liter jumped up by like 10 cents. What is this? Oh, it's a carbon tax. Yeah, fine. Like, it's okay if you're driving a car to work and people pilot you around in a Boeing 737, right? But especially if you buy diesel for work, it's not like I'm buying 10 liters at a time, right? Like, I'm okay with that. I understand about the climate change and stuff like that, but it just, I don't think liberals or Democrats, they're good for small business. And so my vote went to the Conservative Party of Canada, which is it's like same idea as Republicans in the States. So I think it's better. They promised to drop the prices, like, I think fuel, because they want to terminate this carbon tax, which is a tax on, I guess, well, for some reason it's a tax on everybody, right? It's supposed to be like, if you make too much carbon and you poison the atmosphere, like, why am I paying? My vehicle is, like, I have no exhaust. Like, I'm already paying for emissions, right? I'm already doing my part by buying DEF, fluid each time, right? Like, before we didn't have to do that. So now they pushed all this to truckers, right? So for some reason, when I had my 2004 International, I just bought diesel. I didn't care about the black smoke. Okay, that's not a good attitude, right? So I bought a new truck. So now every second fill up, I pay anywhere between 30 and 50 bucks Canadian. And so why am I the only guy paying? And then they still continue increasing fuel prices, It just, that doesn't make sense. So I voted to try and help to get this Trudeau, this liberals out of the big house before it's too late, before they ruin the economy. So anyway, that was the first event of the day. And there was advance. I could have voted in advance, but the last time, I think it was like a week. But I was in the States. I couldn't make it in time, And then they close it like 1 week before the elections. That's it. You cannot do advance voting. But I voted. It was pretty simple. It's like they give you a kind of like a, high school look, like basic form printed out on a printer, and there's like 6 or 7 names, and it says a name and then the party. And I have no idea who this guy is, like who represents conservatives in my area, but I just look like there's one representative for each party, right? And you just put a cross in there and you ignore the rest. Give it to the nice lady at the desk. She takes off like a little part of that is, is like a movie ticket. They tear off little thing and then they put it in their own little plastic bag, and then you drop that ballot in the big box, but there's no name on it, right? Of course, it's all anonymous. Like they have no, when they look at my ballot, they have no idea who voted. Like there's nothing, right? It's all confidential. But I just want more people to vote for Conservatives, because that's, I think, the only choice for Canada here, with all these recessions and high fuel prices, high taxes, everything. I think Conservatives will be better for Canadian truckers. And I spent the last 3 days in Mississauga because my truck was in the shop, right? And I picked it up this morning, so I'm sitting in my truck, right? I mean, not this morning. I was still working on my IFTA and stuff like that, like Kentucky, New York, you know. I still hate New York. New York keeps sending me emails. Basically, dear Mr. Trucker, why don't you use our online service? Like, I mentioned this before, but I just want to say, if anybody from New York is watching this, you guys are the worst. You are the worst for aliens, for people outside of your country. Because, yeah, I'm not against paying, but make it easier for me, right? So they say, go online, don't use paper forms, right? Because, of course, you know, then you have to mail them, pay for postage, and go online. Okay, I go online. Yeah, it's easy to file it, but then you have to pay. How do you pay? Well, the only way to pay is direct debit from your bank account. Okay, can I pay if my bank account is in Canada? No, it's a foreign country. We're not authorized to take money from a foreign bank. Now, wait a second. So I still have to, I cannot do it, right? I have to mail you everything. Like, why you keep sending me these stupid emails if I'm in Canada, right? Whereas compare that to Kentucky, same idea. Kentucky, you know, kind of like fuel tax, they call it what? Distance, weight distance. So every quarter. So now I paid, I think it's going to be like $40 to New York, hot HUT tax, highway use tax, and Kentucky was similar. But anyway, but Kentucky, when you log in to their portal, and of course, you know, you put your Kentucky, you know, registration number, you verify your truck, your company name, and then how many miles did you run in Kentucky? One question. You put in the miles, and automatically the form calculates how much money you owe them. It's like 28 cents per mile, I think. And right away it says, okay, how would you like to pay? And there's two choices again, ACH, which of course I cannot do because I'm not in the States. But then the other choice is credit card. Okay, cool. So I make sure I'm on the secure server, you know, not Wi-Fi in this coffee shop, right? You don't want to send your credit card info via open Wi-Fi. So I make sure I use my own, you know, secure network with my own little Bell Mobility thing. I go there, put in my credit card, you know, expiry, name, address, pay. And 2 minutes later, my email beeps, my email program beeps, and I see a copy of the receipt. Thank you for payment. And then I save that in my files, so the Kentucky tax paid. Like, takes 5 minutes, you know. New York, see, that's why I'm in my truck, because I have to print out that form that I spent, I don't know, 15 minutes filling out. And then I have to go to my bank, grab a check, because I don't want to use my personal check. I want to use, you know, like official bank check, so that it doesn't bounce, just in case I forget and spend the money. And then I think I have U.S. stamp somewhere there. We're gonna check. So basically, New York sucks, you know. And here's my bill. This time they were very nice. I emailed them. We did everything by email, because before, you know, you start calling them on the phone. I'm talking about Kenworth shop, and they have no idea who you are. How do you spell your name? Oh, you're not on the system. What's your phone number? Oh, it's not on the system. So this time I did everything by email, because I have their email address, like generic one, and I double check with them if they were working in my truck last week, like Friday, I think, or Thursday. I said, just a reminder, I need the truck Monday, and today's Monday, because I thought I'd be picking up Tuesday, but no, I'm gonna be picking up Wednesday, that big machine. It goes to Texas, the drainage plow. And so this guy Bill, the supervisor, replied to me on Thursday. He says, yeah, the truck is in the shop, everything is cool. We confirmed a few details, and then this morning I sent them email again to his address and copied the generic customer service. I said, like, just checking on the status, just a reminder, I need the truck by the end of the day today. And they said, yeah, your truck is ready. There was a different guy that answered. I guess my email was forwarded to the daytime supervisor. Turns out that guy Bill was, I think he was night supervisor or something. Because yeah, I drop off my truck around 2 or 3 p.m. I guess that's when the shift split. And then a nice lady from the desk, you know, that does invoicing, emailed me. She says, yeah, working on your invoice. And I said, can you please send me a copy of the invoice when you're done, so that I wanted to check what they did. And so now we have the invoice. I paid the $970 Canadian, but 111 out of that amount was tax. So I'm gonna get it back from the government. So basically I paid $858, which is around what, 600 US, 700. So what they did is, so first of all, tire rotation, rotated the drive tires in an X pattern, jacked up unit and supported both the drive axles and frame. So I guess they didn't even have to remove the fenders. Removed all drives and reinstalled, torqued up to spec, reinstalled nut and hub covers. Placed a torque tag in the unit on the turn signal. So he's talking about this. So he plays this. It says, put on my signal lever. He shows which tires he rotated there. And it says here, you see, date, my VIN number, mileage, wheel retorque required between 80 to 160 kilometers, between 50 and 100 miles. But I wanted to do it now, but I only did like 10 kilometers, 5 miles. You know? So anyway, that was job number one, task number one. Task number two, like the most important, what I wanted to show you guys. Check and reprot, I don't know what that means, exhaust leak with heavy load. Cause, no warrantable faults found. Correction, inspected for exhaust leak, none found. Removed pipe from turbo and intake to the head and pressure tested the air to air and pipes. No leaks found. So basically that sound that I hear is just that, you know, so it's just some kind of an air pocket somewhere, so it's nothing to do with performance. And actually, yeah, because some guys were saying there's that waste gate on turbo. No, it's nothing major like that. It's something, I was thinking about the hood. I'm gonna open the hood and show you guys where the intake connects. You know, it's some kind of a minor, just, you know, a bit irritating to have this noise in such expensive truck. And just to remind you guys, the price for this truck in 2018 with 4 axles and big comments and the PTO and the fenders was 220,000 Canadian. So multiply by 0.75, and that's US dollars. And task number 3 was power takeoff repair. Install quick connect to PTO behind sleeper. Remove the line from the unit and add quick connects to the unit side of the lines. Installed new fittings with pipe dope, and reinstall the lines. Wrap the lines around the box on the deck plate for transport. And so this cost me $500. Can you believe this? To install quick connects. So they charged me $794 for pipe sealant. $29.70 for shop supplies, and the work was $131. No, wait, that's fittings invoice. 131. It was the actual fittings, the quick connects. Labor, he charged me 2 hours of labor because the hourly rate is $160, so they charged me $330, 2 hours to install the fittings. I'm telling you, like, we're in the wrong field, you know. This trucking, that's where the money is, when you bill by the hour. And so it cost me $498 Canadian for the fittings, but they didn't charge me anything for the test, air-to-air test, $0. And the tire rotation was labor again, 2 hours, $330. Shop supplies $29.70. You see, it's bullshit. It's standard. To each task they add $29.70. Shop supplies. Why is it exactly the same number? Shop supplies $29.70. Like, for $29.70 you can buy, I don't know, 5 pairs of gloves. So anyway, it's always expensive. Again, I would never go to Kenworth to do this, to rotate tires, but I only did it because of these stupid fenders. Like, nobody wants to, you know, to work with your tires and wheels when you have those fenders on. You know, that's something to think about maybe on my next truck, you know. Like, fenders might be okay just on the pusher axle, but I'm not so sure I really need them. But they do protect the neck and the load from, especially in winter, you know. And they get scratched pretty easily, you know. Like, I already have scratches all over the place. But anyway, so that's what I wanted to show you guys. So now we're gonna print out that form for New York, HUT, and then there will be the last thing I gotta do for this quarter, because that's the tasks, you know, you have to do every quarter. This was quarter number 3. All right, so these are the babies that cause so much trouble, you know. But I do like them. Otherwise, I always had issues with over here. Like, these things, you know, you have to protect this part somehow. So well, now that they look very low because I got the air, I dropped the air. But you see, that's what happens here. Basically, they're not gonna last very long because this stuff happens. And then I had this. I think I got this when I was doing a power only. But they're still, I think, they're stronger than the steel or chrome ones, you know. And I didn't connect because I gotta go get fuel. So the trailer's still here. Okay, let me show you the quick connects. So that's what they did, right? They installed the same ones like what I had here. So this side goes to the trailer, and now I have these. So now I don't have to carry this hose, right? Next time the hose will stay on the trailer because I will just disconnect it here and just throw it in there, you know. Much easier because I only have to deal with this much, like 3 feet of a hose, right? I just take it from there and hook it up here. And also I like that this area is right behind the cab, so it's gonna be, I don't think it's too much bad stuff will fly in here. So yeah, I really like it. I'm glad. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but no, it's expensive connectors, but you don't have to do it every day, right? So now when I have a Jeep, you know, the same story, I can use this. It'll really make my life much easier. So very happy with the results. And the fall is in full swing. So I thought I'd be loading Tuesday, but yeah, looks like I'll be loading Wednesday. I didn't order the permits because I want to scale, otherwise it can be very expensive, you know, because they say it's 84,000, but I'm gonna scale because I have an annual permit. So legally I can actually go to a scale in Ontario and scale it and then deal with the permits. Well, I made it to my car, and the last thing we're doing a POV driving in the Challenger, and also I wanted to show you something new that I got over here. See, I saw a teenage girl had this, and I'm like, what the heck is this? You know, like, you know, when you're like old and ugly, they don't talk to you about these little things, right? But the problem is with this Challenger, and I have no idea who was doing the design here, but on the Mustang, the same phone would go in, right? On the Challenger, for some reason, they're too big. Yeah, and I'm telling you, like, sometimes I use in the Challenger, I don't trust this navigation, because it doesn't show you, it's like very straightforward, just takes you to the address. It doesn't give you the fastest route, you know. So I really like Google Maps, and so sometimes when I drive around I just use the, you know, Google Maps. But where do you put the phone? Try putting it here, it falls down, you know, and over here it doesn't want to stay here, so I put it here. It's very awkward, it moves, you know, and then it falls down. And so finally I decided to do something about it. Went to a Best Buy when I was in Mississauga and was looking at, I don't like those that you plug into your vent, because that just blocks your air, especially in winter when it's cold here in Canada, right? I don't want to lose the air, and so I definitely didn't want the type that goes in here. But I see I don't have any space, you know, like some vehicles there's a space here where you can attach that. But of course I tried it over here, because of course you wanna keep that out of your, you know, field of vision, somewhere on the side. And I put it here. Of course it stayed there for 5 seconds, then it just fell down. But here it's nice, you know, it stays there for like 3 days. I already drove, I don't know, 100 miles, 150 kilometers, and this is a pretty good magnet. And the phone, so you put this on the case, you know, and let's say we go to, I'll just show you guys, let's say we go to, just put it like this and it stays there, you know. Oh, and now it shows speed. I have a speedometer app. Very nice. Once a speedometer failed in my big truck, and I had to use that one.
Take the next right onto Pine Bush Road, Waterloo Regional Road 39. Continue on Waterloo Regional Road 39 for 1 kilometer.
6.4 liter. We're not kidding around here. And you see, and it stays. I thought it would fall off, you know. I'm very happy with this. It was about
600 meters. Turn left onto Conestoga Boulevard.
It was about 35 bucks Canadian, so roughly 25 US.
Turn left onto Conestoga Boulevard.
Yeah, I'm just going to my bank to pick up an official bank check. Don't want to, like I said, I don't want to use my personal checks. I'm not touching that when I'm driving. I forgot to activate my what do you call it? The Bluetooth. Otherwise I could use hands-free.
Continue on Conestoga Boulevard for 800 meters.
No, we're not going that way. I'm gonna take a shortcut here. As soon as that counter 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we can go.
Take the next left onto Collier McMillan Drive. In 600 meters, turn right onto Bishop Street North, Waterloo Regional Road 41.
Yeah, that's it. So we're gonna
Take the next right onto Bishop Street North, Waterloo Regional Road 41.
stop here. But that's a quick update for you guys. So when I get to my loading destination,
In 300 meters, turn right onto Haspler Road, Waterloo Regional Road 24.
we're gonna do a video about loading. So thanks for watching. Stay safe.